I'm starting off by showing what brushes I would be using and what I was looking for when creating them. Both brushes are from still images, one from the Pokemon Generation series and one from some official cover art. My first brush is an edge brush. I make the needed selection and fill it in. I also duplicate it to give the other side a better edge. The second is a texture brush. I make my selection and then begin to think of either using a darker or a lighter tone. I go with pure black. When the preset is complete, I go to my brush tool settings and begin to edit the brush to my liking. These two here will be free to download on my Patreon, or you can just fucking make your own. I don't care. Now to continue with the Giratina, I'm still blocking in the shapes here, sketching them in, and trying to figure out how I would like them to appear. Don't focus on something for so long like I did here. I kept working on the tail, trying to make the flow of the image better. Just try a different tactic, you know? I discovered like just making quick lines like you see now to help me find better angles and better shapes. And then I just fill in the tail. When I find what I like, I make a few edits on the length and the width and add a few details to help me make better images in my head. I then begin to make Giratina's tentacles. Remembering from the first video, I originally wanted the idea to make it look like it's trying to really intimidate you, showing you how big and strong he is. So I make his arms go off the canvas and kind of have them cradle Giratina in a way. The detail on the tentacles was me thinking of making them a bit more rugged and kind of sharp in a way. Just a bit more distorted than the original design. I was thinking of putting like some ghastly, not like Pokemon ghastly, but just give it some gas or some sort of shadow residue, I guess is the word. Trying to kind of like a smoky kind of feel. But we'll see how that goes later on. I go back to adding detail in the stomach area. Following the original design, the way I work is every big change is made a new layer above the old. That way I still have the original work I was working on and can go back and forth with no worry at all. I redid the tail this exact way using other layers, old and new. This is a new layer. You could closely look at the little side of there, the little side, see what layers I'm on, if I'm a new or an old layer. It's kind of hard to keep up with everything going so fast, but you'll be able to tell. You can still see how much color, or not color, how much I filled in on those little layer boxes. So this is where I decide, you know what? I don't like that idea I came up with for the tentacles. Let's just bring back those nice soft tentacles that everyone knows and loves, you know? Sometimes you just don't want to change so much of the original. You know, I don't know if it's because I just am so used to his design, but I mean I really do love Giratina's design. It's one of the most favorite things ever. And this is the part where I'm going to start working on those end spikes that he has on his tentacles. When I do start on them, I make sure I'm either on a layer. Well, when I start something like this, that's going to be over the entire painting. Well, not over the entire painting, but over the main subject here, which is Giratina. I make sure that it's either on a layer that's not full, just to save space, or I make a completely new layer, which is really up to you. I guess I was too lazy to make a new layer. Don't be afraid of making new layers, man. Just keep making them. Just as long as you're organized, you can use the folders so you don't get lost. That's one way, of course. And while I'm working on the spikes, I do go back to the tentacles and give it more girth, you know, make them nice and big. I like them big, man. And then after I finish with the spikes, I go back and add some more details to the face, to the stomach area, and I finish it off with a completely simple background. Well, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. Please be around for the final Giratina video.